Yeah. Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
Again! What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard for the Clown Show in Review, the Brothers Hack the Matrix 2022. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere. How you doing this evening? And of course, my co-pilot, as usual, with the axe in his hand, is Hylunder from the heart of Texas. What's going on, man?
Welcome to JoesAtmosfere. How's it going?
Jose Revolta. Oh, man, it's going good, man. It's going good. Going good. Up to my neck in artwork to do, but I'm good to go, man. Good to go.
The nog.
He's got the nog. I have the virus of unknown origin.
Kim
Cheers.
gave me the nog. She said, you got to drink nog for the show tonight because it's the holiday season. So cheers, yeah.
Cheers to you, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
My brother.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
a brother
man.
From the same mother.
A brother from the same mother. Not another mother. The same mother. Ah, man.
So we're going to talk about the clown show that was
we're gonna talk about
2022.
the clown show that was 2022. And we've got quite a few lists for you guys to look at and a whole bunch of other stuff. First thing I want to start with is we're gonna start with I think we're gonna start with the top 10 list we went over earlier. I think that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, man.
Let me
Let's
get
do
this set up. Okay.
Let the clown show begin.
Let the clown show begin, boys and girls. And here we go. All right. So, number 10 on the biggest stories of 2022 is the inflation surge. Inflation. Yes. They keep saying that we're not in a recession, but it could be coming. Guys, we've been in a recession all year.
Didn't we redefine what inflation is and recession and?
I don't know. They they like to play with words. They've been doing that forever, though.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
What?
Pretty sure that's what they're trying to.
Oh man, my man found the video button. I'm in trouble tonight, boys. Oh, look out. Yeah, I remember when it used to be shell shock and now it's post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah, they like to play with language.
I mean, everything is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure prices are going through the roof. And
yeah, man. I wonder what drives those price surges. Could it be the fuel costs?
Fuel costs could be part of it. Could be part of it. Number 9 on their list was the rise of the Omicron variant.
The Omicron variant. Trying to keep that fear factor alive, dude.
Got to keep that fear factor alive, boys and girls. Yes.
I tell you what, Kim and I have gotten all the boosters, because, with my lung issues, I just can't take the chance. But
no, you can't. You can't.
Man, that just really, any different thing any different label they can put on this just to keep the fear going.
Yeah.
Yeah, rocking and rolling with it, man. It's a good time to be in the news,
Yeah, I guess.
The
only reason why I got the initial jab, man, was to because it looked like at the time I was going to have it just to get on a plane to go see mom. So
yeah,
That's why I got it, but I haven't
you
had
wouldn't be
anything
able to fly,
since.
dude, at all.
Yeah. And let's see, what's the next one? Number 8. Excuse me. Now, this is Watch Mojo's list, by the way. I know you guys see their logo there. Number 8 was Boris Johnson resigns. I believe he was groping some people he shouldn't have been groping.
Bad hair Boris Johnson's.
Bad hair
Boris
Johnson
resigned.
resigns.
Yeah.
That's him. Yep. And I think didn't his successor only last like a month and a half before she quit?
Yeah, it was really quick. Within
that was really
next couple
strange.
months, his successor, because she tried to do some things financially to stabilize, and
Yeah.
they were not about that, so she resigned.
Let's see what we got here. Sean Estep is in here. He's giving us. He's listening. This is what he's showing us with all that stuff. He's driving. Don't be texting and driving, Sean.
Right.
And then we got
live,
Teresa's here.
stay
What's
alive.
going on, Teresa? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate it.
Yes,
Let's
thank
see
you
what the
for
next
everybody
story
tuning in.
is. Let's see. It's oh yeah, this was on a couple of lists, and I forgot about this until I read it. The death of Shinzo Abe, and this was former prime minister. He served twice as prime minister of Japan,
The
and
Rising Sun.
he was killed at a fundraising event, a political fundraiser that he was speaking at, and it was like a zip gun this guy used. It was a homemade gun.
Yeah, it was something that somebody put together so it could get through security. Obviously,
Yeah, that's what it was. It was really strange, but that was a big one right there. Teresa says, "Good to see you. Good to hear from you, Teresa."
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, the next one on this list is yeah. Now this was made a couple of months ago, guys. So number 6 is Elon Musk buys Twitter. I'm not going to read the rest of it because it was acting like maybe he wasn't going to do it. But we now know that he has done it, and we'll be touching on that during the show. But yeah, that was a big one this year.
People went through the roof when this guy threw his hat in to buy Twitter, man. I mean, it just was crazy, So a lot of, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, and the left was really upset, and people were going to leave the
leaving
country.
it and
Again with the leave
droves
the country thing. What is that all about?
Yeah, that's
every time you turn around, I'm going to leave the country if they do. I'm going to leave the country. Well, go carry your ass.
Well, you know.
Let me help you back.
Yes, Danny's beat me to the punch because I'm watching comments over here. Oh man, yeah. Let me help you pack, boys and girls. Go ahead and carry your ass. That's just them being self-important, and I got a story about that later. So yeah, we'll have a good time with that tonight. We'll have fun making fun of the clown show that is Hollywood. No doubt. Okay, so the next story on Watch Mojo. Let me be clear that Watch Mojo's list was Robb Elementary School, the Uvalde school shooting, and that was a mess. No doubt about it. It looks like a lot of bad decisions were made in that whole deal. Hated.
Yeah, we're still seeing fallout from that.
Yeah,
people being let go, and still there's a lot of unanswered questions there, man.
I believe the last thing that happened was a class action lawsuit against the city itself, I think, or the police department, one of the two. They're suing them or something. Yeah.
None of that's going to get those kids back.
None of it.
And I don't even know if the parents get satisfaction from that stuff, but it's, it's a process that everybody's going to have to go through.
Yeah.
And it's ongoing, right? So,
yep,
yeah.
Sure is. Then we got this. Wow. I forgot about this one this year. Florida's Don't Say Gay bill signed into law.
Don't say gay.
By Governor DeSantis in Florida. And basically it sparked a fire in Florida where he pretty much went toe-to-toe with Disney and was threatening to pull their special status for their land in Florida that they own. They were about to have to start paying taxes, a lot of them.
Now, what happened to that? What was the end result of that? Did they actually lose their status? I mean,
I think something blocked it, Dan. If I remember correctly, when we stopped covering it earlier this year, I believe there was some kind of law on the books that blocked it that they found or something like that. No, they haven't lost their specialty. And I can't remember exactly what it's called, but
Disney has, all the money. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
they're starting to feel the pinch though, and all the studios are. I've got a story later on that I know a couple of friends of my sphere were kind of upset by it, and we'll talk about it later on.
Okay.
But Florida's don't say gay bill. That was a colloquialism. What it was the parental rights bill about gender teaching in schools.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So number 3, get your popcorn out. This was fun to watch, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard, or as like I like to call it, Justice for Johnny.
Justice for Johnny. Hell yeah.
That was fun to watch, man. That was fun to watch. If you're a fan of Nick Rekieta, you had a ball watching this trial because he friggin' knocked it out of the park with his coverage of this trial. But yeah, Johnny, he shined a light on some one very crazy female. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, that was a dysfunctional thing happening for sure, but I don't believe. He finally got his voice. He finally got his day in court where he could get all of his evidence out, and hopefully it saved his career. I don't know, but I was glad to see him win. It just seemed like he was justified, and it came out that way. So
he had been blackballed when he got he said she said it. They had pulled him from a movie. They actually were thinking about making an all girl Pirates of the Caribbean because they didn't want to use him anymore, and now Disney wants him back for Pirates of the Caribbean, and he's going to be getting some other parts too. There's rumor. The last rumor I saw about what he's going to be doing next, they're making a sequel to Beetlejuice, and they're wanting him to be in the movie. So, yeah.
Well,
Disney
hey, what Disney wants, right? So there you go. Once the winds change and they settle down, Disney tries to do their thing. So there you go. Good luck. So hopefully good things come his way.
Teresa says best trial ever. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a lot of fun to watch. It really was. Yep. Okay, and then number 2 on Watch Mozo's list, Roe v. Wade overturned. Now this one that sparked a huge national debate, which I don't even like talking about this subject because
it's a bit heavy for our show. I can tell you that. I mean, women's rights, child's rights, who knows?
And you got father's rights in there too. I mean,
there's a lot of. It's not black and white. It's not cut and dry.
And to be clear, let's remember this didn't stop abortion. What it did was it gave the decision to make it lawful or illegal back to the states. It was about states' rights, and that's where it should be.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one there, and then of course the one we talk about at the top of the heap every damn week since we started this show, the Russian invasion of the Ukraine.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me.
And it's still going. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's starting to wane in the public eye, and that thing's going to drag on, dude.
Well, I got headlines about that, Daniel, and we'll get to it. Let's see. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get the heavy stuff out of the way, shall we? Because Al's got questions.
What do we got?
What do we got?
Well, we got the top of the heap, boys and girls. You know what's up. You know what we got. You know exactly what we got.
Man, I wouldn't want to be at the bottom of that pile. I'm just telling you.
Being at the bottom of this pile right here would be devastating. That would be tough as it gets. But speaking about it's tough as it gets, boys and girls, we are in day 288 of Russia's invasion of the Ukraine. And the headlines today are Putin says war could turn into long-term process. More suspicious packages sent to Ukrainian missions.
You little play-face, disloyal fuck.
And there you go. There you go. But, this is all at the behest of one man. And that's Putin.
7 times.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about Putin and what he wants to do.
This guy right here, I wonder, hey, there's been so many things that we've read over the year about his health, his mental health, his physical health, and who's at the reins here. It just seems like he's still at the reins, right? So, and this thing just keeps on going on. Nobody can reach this guy apparently and get them out of this thing in some way, not even honorable. I mean, I don't. If they just keep going, pretty soon people will lose interest, and he'll be able to back out of this thing. But as long as the spotlight's on him, he's just going to dig in. And it's
it's a shame. And the things that have happened this year, we've seen the fighting age men in that country bailing out of their own country as fast as they can because they don't want to get involved, and it's a mess, man. This you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Vietnam.
Yep.
I mean, remember the U.S. guys that didn't want to be part of that war were bailing for Canada. They were getting out of here as fast as they could.
People don't understand it. They don't understand it, and they don't understand why they're involved in it. And it's hard to get people to fight for a cause if you don't understand it.
Yeah, and if history's proven anything, if you try to take another country's ground, it's going to be really hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, and they're finding that out again. I guess they didn't learn anything from Afghanistan. They're going to do it again. It's a shame. We can just all pray that it ends as soon as and let's pray that he doesn't shoot a nuke off or anything like that for sure.
Well, that's a concern, right? Because he is way out of bounds there. So that is definitely a real concern.
And he is Putin.
You got to help.
What a tie.
What a tie, my Damien. Tie my head on the running side.
All right, let's see what the next story is we got here. Besides the Ukraine, I think it has to do with him again. Yeah. Captured documents reveal that Russia's plan to annex Ukraine in 10 days and kill its leaders. Now, this document must have been from before the war. Must have been what it was. This is what he was planning on doing. The leaked plans revealed by Royal United Services Institute of Defense and Security Studies show that Russia aimed to have annexed the country by August. Russia intended to capture Ukraine's airfields, water supplies, central bank, and parliament as Ukrainian officials either fled or were captured as a result of the speed of the invasion. Well, I would say that's an epic fail right there, buddy boy.
What a quagmire they ran into. They were ill prepared. I mean, honest to God, man.
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
I'm telling you, they were shooting freaking missiles that wouldn't look like tanks and shit. I mean, what is going on? What kind of technology are you using, man?
You pile of fucking nuts.
Bad. It was real bad, dude.
It was bad. And we've been documenting it the whole way. You guys can go back and look. Next story is, let's get back to the U.S., where we have our own clown show going on.
No doubt.
This story says that Joe Biden defends leaving Marine behind for Rick Griner. What in the hell is this about?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just another headline that came out today. Long story short, I don't know if there's any explanation. He's probably going to say his case is a lot more complex because he's up on espionage. But this guy's been there since 2018, Joe John. That's 2 administrations have left this Marine there. He's supposed to be just a private businessman, but he's been accused of espionage since 2018.
Wow.
Where's the outrage for him?
That's crazy.
Where's the TV shows for him? Where is MSNBC, CNN, Fox, ESPN? Where are these entities? for this guy.
Communist News Network.
My hope is you see his name thrown around now because she's being released. And I'm hoping that this will raise awareness to get this guy out because he's been there for a long time. It's not just the Biden administration. He was in there in the previous Trump administration.
Okay.
And I would like to see, I would hope that when Brittany comes back, that she is the loudest advocate for this guy.
Yeah.
Because we didn't leave any American behind. I don't give a shit what they're accused of.
Right.
We need to get them home.
Yeah.
And this guy's an ex-serviceman. Why isn't he home?
Yeah. I hear you. Well, back on the Biden front, the administration had a little something to say about Elon Musk. Elon Musk publishing Hunter Biden's laptop Twitter files was not healthy, White House says.
Not healthy.
What? Not healthy?
Is that a veiled threat?
Well, when you read a little deeper,
did Twitter go into
the danger zone?
Danger zone! Danger zone! Danger zone!
Oh man. It says Elon Musk's decision to publish internal company files around Twitter's censorship of media reporting on Hunter Biden's laptop was not healthy, the White House said. White House
not healthy, Joe John.
Press Secretary Karen. Hang on.
Government, man.
Hang on.
No.
This might be a little bit of a sensational headline. White House Press Secretary Karen Jean-Pierre said on Monday called the decision a distraction and old news. What is happening? It's not healthy. It won't do anything help a single American improve their lives.
Wow, and that's what they want you to do is just totally forget about this thing.
Yeah.
They don't want this brought up in the re-election campaign. No. They don't want anybody to think about this.
And they're going to be thinking about it. Let's see. Teresa says, good question.
Look, the government's telling you right now that this is what the government's telling you right now.
To be the man, you got to beat the man.
And the government is the man, dude.
The government is the man. No doubt about it. Get some. Get some. Well, you know what? Al's in my ear again, man.
What do you got?
I don't know.
What do we got?
Well, we got the Jock Strap. We get to talk about them, another kind of millionaire. We get to lighten it up a little bit now. Talk about them millionaires that,
wow,
those guys that run around in cleats and try and make political statements when they should be learning how to play their sport.
Look at the moves on my guy getting that jumper off, man. I mean, he's really.
I'm telling you, that guy right there.
He's shaking his face, bro.
He is, man. Check him out. That's a bad dude.
I mean, he's not even hitting the rim. It's all backboard.
And before we get into the stories, let's do a little bit of a recap of what went on this year, the biggest stories in sports, and basically it's been all. It used to be all Brett Favre all the time. Now it's all Tom Brady all the time.
All the time.
We
know what you mean. Oh, right here.
Of course, we started the year with the Rams winning the Super Bowl, right? My man Matthew Stafford, he finally got a ring.
Because that team is just a shell of itself now, right?
Yeah, my gosh. They have been injury decimated this year.
Yeah.
They really have. They have not fielded their entire team yet. And don't discount the loss of Von Miller to the Buffalo Bills because
no doubt.
Yeah, he was a big cog in that championship machine. But I was happy for Stafford, though. That's who I was rooting for, even though they are in my division, and I'm not a big Rams fan, but I have always been a Matthew Stafford fan.
Yeah, after toiling away all those years on some bad Detroit teams, it was nice to see win a title. It really showed that he could carry a team and win the Super Bowl, you know?
Yep. And that's what they were missing. They were missing that trigger man that wasn't afraid to get it done, stand in there and get it done. And then you had, let's see, they finish up basically around the same time, but I think the Avalanche won their Stanley Cup before the NBA Finals were over with, right?
I think
they have their playoffs pretty much. They start their seasons. They almost run parallel to each other.
It's pretty close, but yeah, the Avs won the Stanley Cup, and they beat. They did. Hey, look, they
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
And they did.
They took down Tampa, the two-time defending champ, dude. They took them down.
Tampa Bay Lightning. They didn't get the three-peat. Yep. The Avalanche took care of it. And then you had the Golden State Warriors, who are basically they're the Patriots of the friggin' NBA world. They just they keep rolling. You know, Stephon Curry is pretty much the Brady of the NBA. I mean, as long as he's on that team, they have a chance. And it's a different game. I don't watch it, Dan. It's a different game.
No, he's
you got to hand it to him.
I was watching a friend of mine at work showed me a video, and he's taking shots from the other side of the court, behind the foul line, in the back right corner of the opposing team's court, and he's got a technique down, and he's throwing it. He hits 5 in a row from back there. I'm talking about almost a full shot.
That's insane, man. That
he
is
hit 5 in a row. The man's at range, you can't guard him. I mean, if you're not one-on-one pressing this guy all over the floor, then you're fucking up. Excuse my English. I mean, if I was a coach, I'd be like, man up on him all over the court.
Yeah, he wouldn't score a point, right? He's gonna have to fight to score a point, right? Yeah. I tell you, man, the guy that I count on for advice about the NBA is your son, who is all about that game. And he told me 10 years ago that they were going to win several championships.
Yeah.
Told me they were going to win a lot of them. I was like, wow, okay. All right, I'll have to keep an eye on them.
They stack their teams with some three-point shooters, and they're just unguardable all over.
Yeah. Let's change the game, dude. That's not the game I watched as a kid. Because, and
the NBA is not unlike the NFL.
Yeah.
To some extent, the NHL. They've really slanted the ice towards the offensive side of the ball. You can't hand check. You can't do a lot of these physical things that you used to be able to do. Then the guys get free reign. I mean, so points go up,
Yeah, they do. They absolutely do.
Okay. Coach said that if you wanted to bring people back to the game, get rid of the 3-point line, make every shot 2 points again. Then you'd see the inside game come back into the game.
Absolutely. Then big man would be back. Shaquille O'Neal would be needed.
Yep.
The way it is now, I don't know that he'd be needed in today's game. You know, it's bizarre. And then we had one more championship out of the major sports. We had the as my my compadre, Mr. Smith, better known as Dallas, calls him the Houston Asterix, won the World Series.
Houston assholes.
The Houston ass. I do have that clipped on my phone. I can put that on here. He's an asshole. With a haircut like that, he's an asshole. Yeah. The Houston Astros won the World Series. Oh, shoot. We got some more people in here. Christian is here. Hey, good to see you, buddy.
Christian.
And my man, Matt, Small Time Republic. Warriors come out to play. He says, Warriors come out to play. Yeah.
I tell you what, though, going back to the Astros, say what you want, asterisk or no, but they've been very successful the last 10 years, man.
They have. I'm just making jokes, man.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about baseball.
And you know how I feel about professional sports as a whole, man. If you're not cheating, absolutely. You're not trying, and I want to see amazing shit, dude.
Everybody's all about this, anti-steroids thing. My brother is the opposite. If you're going to charge him that much for a ticket, he wants them all juicing. They all need to be on Venom like Bane is in the Batman stories, and he wants to see some superhuman shit.
Yeah. You pay $30 just for parking before you even get into the place. Man, they all better be juicing. I want to see amazing shit, dude. I want to see stuff that I wouldn't see at the local freaking softball game. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, brother.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Juice them up, man.
Okay, so let's get into the stories we have. The first one we've got is this rumor. I couldn't believe it when I heard of it earlier this week, and I still don't think it's coming to pass. But
no.
Tom Brady is urged to quit the NFL rather than seal New England Patriots return as decision looms. Is this contract up in Tampa this year?
I don't know. I
Oh
mean, he's
my
got a
God.
contract with Satan. That's all I know, man.
That's
Any
a
other
fact.
contract is
You
just
know
whatever.
that. He has sold his soul. Good Lord. I mean,
I
man.
just don't see that happening. I could see him going out and playing for one of those California teams, maybe a San Francisco, so he gets snap up another freaking Super Bowl ring.
I
All
could
they,
see him
all they
doing
are
that.
quarterbacks short of being a Super
Yeah.
Bowl team.
Did you hear who San Francisco signed this? Or no, the Rams signed Baker Mayfield this week.
Did they
Yeah.
really? God
Yeah, they
dog
did.
it. So what? A 1-year deal or what?
I don't know exactly. That I think they picked him up off the waiver wire because he got cut.
Yeah, the Rams
Yeah.
did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was hoping
They
the
picked him
Saints
up.
to make a run at him for next season because we got a good run game, and I think that guy can still play.
Yeah,
You
I
put a
think he can
good
too.
run
He's
game
just been
behind him, and he can play.
Yeah, I think he's just in a funk right now. He's a gamer, man. Okay, let's see what the
God
next one is
dog it.
here. We don't have much in the sports section this week, man. The only other story I got on the sports section is I think you called him Prime Douche.
Prime Duke.
Prime time douche. This is for the win. Deion Sanders told Colorado players to get ready to jump in the portal, and fans had mixed feelings. Wow.
Now look, I've seen the video. Now I sent this over to you, and there's a lot of outrage and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Went and back, and I found the video of when he met with the athletes, the Colorado players.
Yeah.
His message is a strong message.
Yeah.
His message is this. Colorado used to be a great program. Now they've gone into this malaise where mediocrity seems to be acceptable. He says, we're gonna be winners. And if you're not here to work, and if you're not here to be a winner, you can go to the portal because we're going to work to win, not to be mediocre.
I got you.
So and he said, I'm going to give it everything. Coaching staff we're going to bring in here is going to give it everything. I've talked to boosters. We're going to right this ship. And if you're not on board with that, then you need to go somewhere else.
You need to hit the bricks. Okay.
That's the message he was sending.
I got you.
So yeah, I have to come back off of that because I watched that, and if you watch it, Joe John, I guarantee you'll be like, you know what?
Oh, I love the guy. I've always loved
the guy's
him.
a winner. I mean, everywhere
Yes,
he went, he was a winner, and he's a
I am
worker.
a big fan of him. I got him hanging on the wall. I just hate the fact I got him in a Dallas uniform and not a Redskins or a Falcons uniform.
Hell, he was with the Niners too. What he was with the Ravens.
Yeah, he was with the Niners. Dude, he was the most wanted man in the NFL. He won back-to-back championships with 2 different teams. He won it with Dallas, and then he went to friggin' San Francisco the next year and won it there.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
And don't discount his time as a baseball player. He was a very serviceable baseball player. He really was. If he had dedicated himself to baseball, he would have been very successful.
Did he get a World Series? Did he win the World Series when he was in there?
I don't know if he did. I don't know that he did. Honestly, there maybe with the Yankees. Maybe. I'm not sure if he was on that.
I don't think he ever played for the Yankees. I think it was just Atlanta.
No, he got traded. I think he ended up in the pinstripes there for a second.
Did he?
But
okay.
Great athlete, but his message to those players was a strong one. It really was.
Well, that's great. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good to see. Good to see that was a sensational headline. I was worried about that one. My man Matt, that's on our weekend football show, says Rams beggars can't be choosers. Hey, let me tell you something. Baker Mayfield has better games ahead of him. Trust me, that guy's not that bad.
You need to preface that with your Oklahoma homer. So
that's right. Well, everybody that knows me, and he does. And if you folks out there don't know it by now, boomer sooner, okay? And fuck them Cowboys, the friggin' Oklahoma State Cowboys, that is. Let's see.
And them Dallas Cowboys. There you go.
Well, that's the Saints guy talking, not me. I still root for the Cowboys occasionally. Let's see. Matt also said, whatever. Spew on your own phone. I don't care. He says Boulder, Colorado is absolutely gorgeous. It can recruit itself if he lets it. Yeah. Absolutely. He's talking about Deion now. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you this, though, and this is the last thing I'll say about it. I've seen the inside of the locker room or the auditorium where LSU does their meetings with their coach. Facilities are everything for an athlete.
Yeah.
And Colorado's, just at that snapshot, is not up to snuff, man. Really? So, look, the big thing he talked about was he talked to boosters, and people were on board to – if you don't have good boosters,
They
your
got to
program
upgrade.
die, man. It's going to be
They gotta
mediocre.
upgrade. Yeah. I got you.
He's lucky to be in the Pac-12 because if he does a little bit of turning around there, they can be competitive in that division. They really can.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, let me ask you this before we get out of the sports, since we don't have too many articles. Let me ask you who you think is going to get the bye in each conference. Only one team gets the bye now. The top seed is the only one with the 7 team playoff.
Yep.
Who's going to get the bye?
Philadelphia in the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
And AFC, I think the Chiefs are still going to get the bye.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Even though they lost, I think
the slow start for the Bengals is going to hurt them, and their division is tough. You know?
Yeah, it is tough, but they're still. At the beginning of the year, I picked a repeat of the Super Bowl. Now the Rams have been decimated with injuries; they're not coming back from it. Their season was over with when they lost to Tampa Bay a few weeks ago, about a month ago now. But Cincinnati, we have got a special quarterback playing in the NFL right now, and I'm not talking about Tom Brady. There's a dude wearing tiger stripes on his helmet, just like he did in friggin' college, and that dude's once they figured out how to use him.
What they've done there in Cincinnati, they've already got a very opportunistic defense that's they're just nasty, right? They get after and they create turnovers. They've righted their ship on the offensive side of the ball on the offensive line of scrimmage. Mm-hmm. They're running the ball, and Mixon isn't even in the lineup right now. They're doing it with the what's my guy? The other OU guy. He's Anyway,
we know who it is.
Yeah.
Starts
they're
with
running the ball really.
P. Ryan.
They're running the ball really well. Physically, they're getting tough up front. They're solidifying that offensive line, and now, when Burrow draws back, he's not getting killed, right?
Yeah.
And you want to talk about a guy that can make all the throws, and he's very cool under pressure, man.
The thing that's impressive to me is the games where he gets knocked on his ass 20 times in a game, sacked 9 times, and it doesn't phase the kid. He's like, 2 fingers up, British style. Yeah, kiss my.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man,
dude. When they got that first down that won them the game against the Chiefs last week, did you see what he was doing? He was like to the fans in the stands, "Come on, bring it on."
Look, I don't remember who I was talking to, but we were talking about the Chiefs are coming in, and the Chiefs, and I'm like,
they're
Bengals
not afraid of the Chiefs. They don't care.
No
that
fear.
Team is too young to give a shit. They don't care, man. They're all
not
young.
Even that, Joe. It's some teams match up very well with other teams. Yeah. If the Saints hadn't just freaking quit the other night, they have beat Tampa. They got them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some teams just match up, but
I wasn't going to bring that up. Remember, you brought that up.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to bring it up. Small Time Republic says Joe Cool. Yes, he is Joe Cool. No doubt about it. Yep. Okay, so guess what? Let's see if you're going to beat me to this one. I don't think you are.
What do we got? What do we got?
Well, we got Luke
the Flix
getting his friggin' arm chopped off. What the hell is going on there, man?
That's his dad doing that, man. What's that?
Yeah, it is. It's his daddy. His daddy doing it, man. Unbelievable. Oh, man. You know what? I may have to take Harrison Ford off the end of this, though. Because have you seen the trailer?
Yeah, come on.
Bro. They don't need to make that movie, dude. They don't need to make that movie.
What they're going to do is they're going to redo this scene, but instead of that bag of sand, it's going to be his diaper, you know?
His loaded diaper.
It's going to be a diaper. And it's going to be Indiana Jones and the Lost Faculties.
Oh my God. Well, I got a treat for you guys. I got a video that I found. And the reason why I want to show this is, one, it's about the movies, which, this is my favorite section of the thing. We talk about movies, and I love movies. Danny, I tell you, I've always watched the Academy Awards religiously every year. Not anymore, though. I watched the end of the show so I can see what the best picture is now. But I used to watch it all the time.
We know what the clean sweep is going to be this year. Boom.
Right? We know what's up. But this is just a little homage to film in 2022. Check it out, guys.
Movies are dreams that you never forget.
Talk to me, Goose.
I don't know what the heck is going on.
Are you ready to fly?
Yes, sir.
If that guy doesn't win for Best Actor, it's a crime.
Tom Cruise for Top Gun Maverick? You're exactly.
No, sir. Talk about that kid that played Elvis.
I saw that movie.
The Bat. Still haven't seen that movie yet. I want to see that one. RRR.
What?
It's an Indian.
You haven't seen that movie?
Yeah, I heard it's great.
It is great, Joe John. You really need to watch that movie. That guy did a great job as Batman.
You want to come watch the second show? Free admission.
Well, that's just really creepy.
No, it's not creepy.
So this is it. It's written in the stars. I am the star.
One more time!
Did you sound?
No.
Okay, you are truly delicious.
What are you showing me? Hey, come on!
Open your eyes!
Hard to believe that was Colin Farrell, man.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Leave her
I
alone,
couldn't
that
even
says a lot.
know that until you saw the credits after.
I've had enough of this nonsense! You two, out!
I hear the Indians are making some great movies, man.
Yeah, it looked like.
People are amazing.
There you go.
Hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, I didn't know
ode to the movies.
until we saw the credits after the movie, man. That's a great movie. You really need to see it. It's long, that's for sure, but it moves well, you know?
Oh, which one?
The
RRR?
Batman.
Oh, no. I was talking about, I've seen the Batman. I'm talking about RRR, the Indian movie where you saw lions jumping out of the cage. No, from what I hear, Danny, that one is awesome. What I understand, that one is fantastic, brother. Yep.
Well, you let me know, okay?
Yeah, well, if I ever watch it, because my Achilles heel is reading, bro, and you know, if I got
it's all subtitle,
I'm screwed. Yeah.
Ugh.
So let's
you
take
know what?
a look
If you see it on one of these streaming channels, you'll probably be able to get it in English subtitle. Or
I don't know that they have an English subtitle version yet. I'm not sure.
Maybe
man, check it out. He knows what's up. He knows exactly where we're going, man. You see that right there? See what he did? See what Matt did there? 3 planes, tail to tail, bro. Yeah, man. You know what's up.
He knows what time it is.
Domestic box office this year, the king was Top Gun Maverick. It made $717 million. And the number 2 spot was Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness with $411 million. Now, to be fair,
Pales in comparison.
Yeah, paled in comparison. It's almost half of it. But we have not finished the run of Black Panther yet because we still got, 3 weeks left in the year? And we do have the Christmas season.
I think that's how long the movie is, too.
Probably right. Black
3 weeks long.
Panther Forever has made $397 million so far domestically. Number 4 was Jurassic World Dominion, a movie I didn't go see because it looked dumb to me. I don't know.
I went and saw that, and it's amazing to me that's making that kind of money, man. It must have a hellacious fan base because that movie was garbage.
It's Jurassic. It's dinosaurs, man. Kids love dinosaurs, bro. And then number 5 was an animated movie, Minions: The Rise of Gru. Those
are always cute movies. Those Minions are pretty good.
My wife is a big fan of the Minions. But let's take a look at the global box office for the year, shall we? Guess what?
Yeah. Let's see if there's any.
Number one is Top Gun Maverick again.
What? Top Gun Maverick?
It made almost $1.5 billion. Billion dollars. Made 1.487.
The danger zone.
Danger zone! Danger zone! Danger zone!
The danger zone.
Danger zone! Danger zone! Danger zone!
The danger zone.
Danger zone!
Oh man. Sorry about that, dude. I had it on a loop. Sorry about that. Let me turn the loop off. You got plenty of danger zone out of that clip.
That's right, man.
It's number one worldwide box office, 1.487 billion. And the next and the movie that you can't believe was in the top 5 is number 2, Jurassic World Dominion. It's the only other billion-dollar maker.
It's amazing. I went and saw that movie, and I don't get it, but whatever, you know. So
I wasn't going to pay to go see that.
They're not gearing that movie towards me, that's for sure. So
yeah,
Kim loved it. I think Kim loved that movie. So
well, you know, hey,
there you go.
Let's see. Number 3 was Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, 955 million. Then number 4 was Minions: The Rise of Gru.
There you
go. And the Batman rounded out the top 5. Wakanda Forever has not cracked this level. It's only gotten up to number 7. The Batman is at $770 million.
I really love that movie, man. I thought it was a great movie. Yeah.
And I believe that movie, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that movie came out at the same time on streaming. I think if you had HBO Max, you could have watched that at home too. I know they did that all the year before. Now, maybe not. It may not have been.
I would be lying if I said otherwise.
Yeah. Well, looks like Top Gun Maverick is the heavyweight of the year.
It's the top grossing movie, so I mean, why doesn't it win every award at the Academy Awards?
The award don't have to do with how much money it makes, bro. That's the People's Choice Awards. It'll win all the People's Choice Awards.
The people have chosen.
Whatever. Whatever. But anyway, let's see what else we got under the Flix headline. Let's see. We don't like The Rock. Audience turn hostile as Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam reportedly could lose 50 to 100 million in its theatrical run.
Well, I don't know if it's more that they don't like The Rock. It's I think the marketplace has been saturated, you know. And you watch the Twitter feeds down there. It's I think people are just saturated with superhero movies, man.
I watched this one.
He got into it at the wrong time, I think. You know?
Yeah.
I saw this movie, and the premise of this character is just like the Punisher. It's a kick-ass premise, but they don't allow him to be the black and white. I see this thing this way, and this is the way it's going to be, and that's the Black Adam. He's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
But along the way in this movie, he starts listening to other people and the kinder, gentler, and maybe I won't kill everybody. And that's not the movie I wanted to see, you know. So you know,
Black Adam's he's supposed to be that anti-hero that does all the bad things the good guys won't do. But I did dig Henry Cavill showing up as Superman at the end of it. That was pretty damn cool.
His character was it?
That's what I wanted to see it for. Was Pierce, my man Pierce.
Great character. He stole the show as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. No spoilers. Don't tell them what happens in the movie or anything. But yes, he was fantastic. And
very cool.
that we'll talk about it afterwards. But I dug the end of it, and I thought it was really cool. This one has got a lot of people talking, man. Beast Wars. Crew makes their live action debut in first trailer for Transformers Rise of the Beasts. They're going to bring what is that guy's name? It's Primal Prime or something like that. he's a silverback gorilla, man. Transformer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'm telling you right now, these Transformer
Optimus
movies.
Primal. That's his name. Optimus Primal. That's his name.
It's
Yeah.
time to bring back old Shia LaBeouf, man, to this
I wouldn't mind that.
Transformer
Now I
thing.
could do without the vampire blood sucking girlfriend, but
Yeah.
that flake. But yeah, Shia, Shia
He's
has been
to me synonymous with Transformers. Like him or
Right.
not, he was good in those first two, and
yeah.
I just think
Well,
it brings a different element to that they've been lacking. They've been trying to replace him with other characters. It just didn't work, for me. And I think they need to bring him back, man. It would be intriguing to see the older character,
it would
played
be
by
fun.
him.
It would
Yeah.
be fun. I'm absolutely on board with that, because if you watch some of the stuff that he's done since he's been trying to make his comeback, he did an autobiographical film where he plays his father in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
Done some indie films that are really good.
yeah, he did
Yeah.
one called I think it was called The Tax Collector.
Yep.
That I hear is really good, man. I
Yeah.
haven't seen it yet. It looks kind of like something like The Accountant, but not an idiot savant type of thing. It's a guy in the background.
I think he's like a hitter for a loan shark, or I'm not sure, but
Right,
it's
he's definitely a hitman in it. It's a darker movie.
Yeah.
It looks really cool, man. I don't know. I think it looks really neat, but I would be totally on board with that. But have you seen the trailer for this thing?
No.
If not, I'll send you a link to it. You need to watch
Yeah.
it. We're not going to
Yeah.
watch it here because we got a lot more ground to cover, but definitely check that out, man. It looks like it's going to be good, dude. I mean, and here's what I like about it, Dan. It's not based in the Michael Bay Transformers universe. It's based on the characters established in Bumblebee. If you saw that movie.
Honestly, dude, I think it wasn't it the girl that was the
she was the girl was a character in it, but the thing is, all the reason why I'm saying that,
the movie, but
fans of the movies know what I'm talking about. If you were a fan of the cartoon, it was much more like the cartoon. And the first 10 minutes of Bumblebee, dude, is probably the best Transformers has ever done. The war on Cybertron they showed, that was badass. Just friggin'
See, you watched the show as a kid. I didn't watch that show. So I don't have the same foundation that you.
I wasn't
have.
a kid. I was a kid, I guess you could say. I was
You're
going to college. I was out of the army. Yeah.
So.
I was running home from college to see that son of a bitch, man. I loved it, dude. I thought it was great. But anyway, I'm looking forward to that one.
Cool.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, this was kind of sad news here. Celine Dion diagnosed with incurable stiff person syndrome, cancels tour. Now I thought this was a joke when I first read it.
Yeah, but if you read the article, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing. It's called stiff person syndrome, a rare incurable neurological condition, can cause extreme muscle rigidity and painful spasms that can ultimately restrict mobility.
God, I immediately thought of MS, when I was reading this thing.
Like the opposite of it, right?
Yeah.
I hate it for her. I mean, I'm no big Celine Dion fan, but I don't wish ill on anybody when it comes to physical, physical kind of thing.
It's got to be a hell to deal with.
Yeah.
So.
Now this one, Danny was hyped about. I'm pretty sure he put this in here. CBR is reporting that there is another crossover reunion planned for Batman and Spawn.
Yes. You read the article. I think that the one person talks about it's just a one-off. That's what he agreed to. But still, I mean, it's nice to see this happening. And
absolutely, I saw the poster for
pretty close. So
I saw the poster for this in the store the other day when I was up there. That's let's see. Hang on one second.
How intriguing would that be on the big screen if they could do something like that on the big screen? I'd still like to see them do Spawn correctly.
Yes, I would love to see a correct Spawn movie. I like the one they made, but it could have been done better. And
if they do it today,
love him or hate him, John Leguizamo was great in that movie. So,
if they did that movie today with today's technology and maybe a different director, I think, like the guy that just directed the last Batman, very dark, you know, and that's the character, man. He lives in the shadows, lives in Skid Row, and I think it would be a great freaking movie, man, if they did it, you know, today, you know.
Yeah.
And then did a collaborative movie between the two of them. That would be great. I go see it, man.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I would too, no doubt. And one thing DC has shown that they are willing to do, and that's have not necessarily alternate universes, but they're willing to do the one-offs.
Yeah.
They're willing to do things like Joker and things like The Batman, where it's not going to be a franchise; it's just one movie.
Right.
You know,
and
using existing
really collaborative between them and Image, because you know Spawn is under the Image brand, so that's cool that they could do that as well.
Now, much like the Academy Awards, we have to get into the memorial side of things. With the films and stuff. The first one I got here, I don't know if you knew about this guy. Orange is the New Black actor Brad William Hink dies at 56. Now, this guy is a pretty big dude. For some reason, they don't have a picture of him here, but I don't know if you knew about this guy.
I don't even know who we're talking about.
Let me
talk.
Just give me 1 second. I'll find a picture of him real fast. Like
his name, you know, and I'm bad with that. Especially if he's 56, he's relatively young. I say that because I'm 50, going to be 55.
This guy's built like a tank, man. This is him right here, Dan.
Yeah, see, I don't recognize that guy.
A few things, but nothing really huge. You've probably seen him in something. He's an ex-football player, I think.
I have seen him in something.
He was in the movie Fury with Brad Pitt. He was in that movie. Hang on, let me get to his IMDb page. We'll see what he's known for.
He was in the Zodiac. I've watched that movie I don't know how many times.
Right? Let me see. Thank you, ma'am. The lovely Royal Fox brought me a brewski.
I definitely recognize his face now. He's always a bit actor here and there.
Let's see. He is known for Orange is the New Black, The Stand. He was in God, in the remake of The Stand that they did, he was the big retarded guy. Yeah. He was in Manhunt. Split. He was in Split.
See, I've seen that movie too, and I don't remember.
Yeah, he's never the main guy. He's never the main guy, but he passed away at 56.
Wow, did they say what he passed of?
Hang on, I'll grab the article again.
Wow.
Let's see. Former NFL player and actor died earlier this week at 56. Multiple outlets reported Thursday. Let's see.
Yeah.
He died in his sleep.
Yeah.
So it could have been one of those sleep apnea things like Reggie White. Yeah.
Well, Godspeed, man. So
yeah, because he was a big fella. This guy was a big dude. And then of course we know Kirstie Alley. The whole Star Trek world has been mourning Kirstie Alley this week. The original Savick in the greatest Star Trek movie ever made, The Wrath of Khan. Kirstie Alley, of course, she's better known for Cheers.
The first thing I ever saw her in, Joe John, was the movie Runaway with Gene Simmons and Tom Selleck.
Yes, she was in Runaway.
The first thing I ever saw her in.
Wasn't she Gene's girlfriend?
Gene's love interest. Yes.
And Selleck had to protect her at one point from his little toys. Yeah, man.
But she was an eyewitness, a character witness, whatever.
Right. Yeah,
she could spill the beans. So
exactly. But Danny also found us a list of the rest of the class of 2022 that passed away this year.
Yeah,
and of course Kirstie's at the top because it just came out. Louis Anderson passed away this year.
Louis Anderson,
he was 68.
Yeah, that's stuck.
The mother of the Baldwin clan passed away.
The Baldwin clan.
She was 92.
Wonder if she kicked over before or after he shot that chick.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Right?
She vapor locked when you did what? That would be fucked up, right?
That's bad. My brother has got me laughing my ass off during the obituary part of the friggin' show. Unbelievable. Okay, what do we got? Hang on, let me hit these comments real quick.
James.
Small Time Republic says Todd McFarlane worked for DC at one point, so interesting
Yep.
in that respect.
DC and Marvel. He did Marvel. He did Hulk run. He did a Spider-Man run. His stuff was really iconic, man. It really was.
But Danny, I got to tell you, I liked his storytelling, but I was not a big fan of his artwork. I thought
I loved his artwork.
It was different.
Oh.
Well, I didn't like the way he drew Spider-Man. He put too many webs on Spider-Man. It was ridiculous.
I love the way he did the Gray Hulk, man. It was awesome, dude.
Yeah, no, he did look. He did good on the Hulk. It's just I didn't like the way he did Spider-Man, dude. Really didn't.
Word, yeah.
Let's see.
But
like I said, he's a great storyteller. He did invent Venom. He came up with that idea. So
yeah,
a
high comic is the one, the Gray Hulk, where the Hulk is got his hands in between the word Hulk and he's trying to pull it apart.
Yeah,
you try to get that one, the original copy for that you're going to pay a lot of money for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Matt
James
from Small Time Republic says, "Rip Gaylord Perry." Yeah,
yes, no
we
doubt.
reported that one last week.
King of the Spitball.
Mm-hmm. King of the Spitball. Yep. Let's see what else we got here. James Caan. Yeah, God love him. He passed away.
Yeah.
He was 82 years old. Love this guy. My favorite movie with him in it ever is Rollerball, but of course everybody remembers him as Sonny.
Yep.
The ever loving hothead of the Corleone family.
He did that, what the hell is it? It's not called Alien Mind. He played a cop and
Alien Nation.
That movie, man. I thought it was a great movie.
Yep.
Brian's Song, great.
Oh my God. That's a movie every dude, just check your man card at the door because you're not going to make it.
It's a tough one. Tough one. Tough.
Brian Piccolo, wasn't that his name? The
Brian Piccolo.
Yep.
Yep.
And then Irene Cara died. She was 63. She was the Fame and Flashdance.
Yeah. That didn't happen too long ago, huh? Yeah.
No.
Kim was telling me about that. Yeah. Okay.
And then we got, let's see, Aaron Carter.
Coolio, man.
Robbie Coltrane and Coolio. Coolio passed away.
Yeah, dude.
Of course, Queen Elizabeth, Emilio Delgado, Andy Fletcher, and Jason David Frank. Oh, what a shame this was. Now, I've got a lot of friends that are big Power Ranger fans, and this guy did himself in about 2 weeks ago, something like that.
He killed himself? Is that right?
Yes,
I didn't follow Power Rangers, so
he was only 49 years old. Yeah.
He killed himself?
Yes, and it's a damn shame because this guy used to tour around the country. He just get on the freeway and drive from town to town and do pop-up signings at comic book stores, trying to reinvigorate people coming to their local comic shops. Man, he was a big believer in that, and it's a shame. I got his signatures for both David. My stepson David, and for Jimmy, the guy that's my co-host on my drawing stream on the weekends. Both of them are big fans.
Look, man, somebody's carrying a smile around. You never know.
You don't.
Just screaming's going on in the background.
And even though I don't work for him anymore, I used
to. Advertisement below that, Joe John?
What's that?
That advertisement right below that?
Security with the ass flailing in the air. Yeah, it's really that fits well with this, doesn't it? Yeah, plenty of
Power Ranger.
Yeah. Yep. Gallagher passed away.
Yeah, dude.
Gilbert Gottfried lost some comedians this year. Philip Baker Hall, Scott Hall, Estelle Harris.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters, their drummer. Passed away.
Yeah, that guy right there. There's another guy with demons, man. He OD'd some years ago when they were in Europe, and that's a shame, man.
Mm-hmm. William Hurt, Academy Award winning actor. Love that guy. All the way back to Altered States, man.
I tell you what, he really did a good job as Thunderbolt Ross. He really did.
Yeah. You know who's taking his place in that, right?
Altered States. Love that movie. I don't know who.
Harrison Ford. Yeah. That's what I said.
He can't even grow.
They got an older guy to play him, right?
They need to get Sam Elliott back in that role, man. He was.
Yeah, they do. You're absolutely right. Leslie Jordan, Naomi Judd, Guy Guy LaFleur, Michael Lang.
Naomi Judd, was that the mother?
Naomi Judd is one of the sisters, I believe.
Was it the heavy set? Do they have a picture of her?
No, it's the mother. It is the
It's
mother.
the mother, right?
The mother of Winona and Ashley, the actress.
I tell you right now, the mother was when they were out touring back in the early 90s, I thought the mother was the prettiest one of them all.
Yeah, she was 76. She was young.
Too bad.
Angela Lansbury, 96 years old. She made it for a while, huh? Jerry Lee Lewis, Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta.
Yeah, some big names passing away this year. Christine McVie just passed away just recently.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
Right?
it
She had
does
a
suck.
really elegant voice, man. Of
Yeah, she
all
did.
voices in Fleetwood Mac, hers was really elegant, man.
Speaking of voices, Meatloaf.
Loaf of meat. Yeah.
The loaf that is meat. And
Kick
Olivia
it over,
Newton-John.
fat
We've
Adam
gotten to
Hill,
the
man.
voice part, huh? Olivia Newton-John as well.
Yeah.
Wow, Sidney
That-
Poitier died this year? Wow.
Serious?
I thought he was
Yeah.
dead already, man. God, you know that old joke. Good Lord. Dude, he died.
Yeah,
on
look,
his
you know what
birthday.
I just watched last weekend in the heat of the night, the original movie. It was
Really?
on Roku channel.
They
Roku got
call
some
me
great-
Mr. Tibbs.
Yeah, dude.
That's right.
Watch
Mhm.
that all morning, man. It's a great movie. I love
It
that
is a
movie.
great movie. Yep.
Yeah.
Tom Parker, the wanted singer died. Oh, okay. I was fixing to say, I know that's not Colonel Tom Parker.
Not Colonel
Ivan
Tom.
Reitman, the director of Animal House and Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Bill Russell.
Yeah, Bill Russell. Greg
You know,
Robinson.
the conversation of the all-time great starts and ends right there.
Starts and ends
yeah.
right there. I
Right
keep,
there, man.
dude, and I'm going to let you know the exact argument. You're going to love this. This is what I say every time somebody tells me that Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player that ever played. I look at him and go, okay, when he wins 11 championships in 13 years, you let me know.
Yep. And one as a player coach. His last one he did as a player coach.
That was the last thing I always bring up. The second thing I always bring up is when they changed the rules of the game because of him, you let me know. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you know how they call the top of that circle, the foul line's in the top of the key? That's because back in the day when Bill and Wilt first started playing, it looked like a key. That lane was much thinner than it is now.
Much more narrow, yeah.
And they spread it out to the edges of the circle because of that guy and Wilt Chamberlain because you couldn't get a shot off.
Yep.
They could stand outside of that lane and just bat it all back in your face. Yep. And then that I always bring up what you just said last. When he's the head coach of the team and the starting center, you let me know.
Yep.
And that one always gets them. They're like, no, he didn't do that. I'm like, yeah, he did.
He did.
He was the head coach for 2 years.
Yep.
After Red Auerbach quit. Handpicked by Red Auerbach to be the successor. Yep. Let's see. Bobby Rydell. Wow, that's a name from Dad's era right there. Good Lord. Bob Saget passed away.
Hey, put the pictures back up. I'm not seeing them on my side.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
People may want to see that.
Sometimes I miss the pictures.
Put a face to the
Bobby
name.
Rydell, Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
Vin Scully, the voice of the Dodgers man, passed away.
How old was he when he passed away?
He was 94 years old.
Yeah, he'd seen a lot of baseball,
Yes,
that guy.
he
called games back in the 60s, man.
Yeah, the one I always remember is the one where the guy's gimping around after the home run.
Yes.
What was that player's name? That's one of the best highlights in sports history I've ever seen. And he was calling
that. This shows that I'm getting old because that's one of the most famous home runs ever hit. The guy.
It is, because that guy was up there on 2 bad knees, not 1 but 2 bad knees, and ended up hitting the home run that won the game.
He was
for him.
hitting off of Eckersley. Dennis Eckersley was unhittable, man. Yeah. He was the shutdown closer, man, for Oakland.
Yep.
And
I think his first name was Brett.
Kirk Gibson.
Kirk Gibson? Is that him?
Yeah.
Ah,
yes.
Okay. That's right. Let's see. Liz Sheridan, Paul Sorvino. He was in a lot of movies. He was on Law and Order as well. But I remember him from Goodfellas. He was the Yeah, lost a couple of the good fellas this year, man. Lost
Goodfellas. He was on Sopranos a bit, I think, too. But, yeah. Yeah,
Take off
that guy was
Ivana
an
Trump.
icon in the mafioso movies for sure.
Oh, dude, Fred Ward passed away.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, Remo Williams passed
Destroyer,
away.
bro.
That sucks.
Remo
Yep.
Williams.
John Aniston, who was a mainstay of soap operas, and Jennifer Aniston's dad.
No doubt.
Yeah.
She got his chin.
Yeah, she definitely got his chin. Okay, enough depression for today. That's enough of that. But yeah, I could go on about the movies.
You're celebrating a great career.
You are celebrating great careers with a lot of these people.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, how you doing, John? He says, hello all. Just walked in the door from out of town playing chauffeur to my sister. All right, man. Cool. Good to see you.
Thanks for stopping by, brother.
All right. Let's see. What do we got next? I know.
What do I got?
Our boss has questions. I know he does. I'm pretty sure.
What do we got?
Oh, we got them earthquakers. Chick trying to get that damn lipstick on, and she just can't do it because there's a
can't do it, man. I don't know who's surveying for these highways, dude, but there's just nothing underneath that road. Nothing. I mean, look at that. What the hell, dude?
Yep. And what we got to start with, of course, is probably the biggest earthquake of the year, and that's Elon Musk buying Twitter.
Musk.
What we got this week, though, is we're going to take a look real quick at this. I got a few warm-ups for this article that I was sent. What really happened with the Hunter Biden story suppression?
Look at my dude, man.
Yeah, I know
it. His best life.
Twitter will be published on Twitter at 5 p.m. Now, this was the initial tweet that he put out to let people know that the Twitter files were coming out. Now, what are the Twitter files? Well,
the Twitter files?
What they're turning out to be right now is Geraldo's Capone's vault. We're not finding out anything super.
Nothing new, man. Yeah.
But the first release was several tweets by a reporter named Matt Atib, Tabai. And it gives evidence that, yeah, exactly. Gives evidence that at a minimum, Twitter was blocking information about Hunter Biden's laptop going out over Twitter.
All this does substantiate everybody's belief anyway that what's going on.
Right.
At Twitter, Facebook, any of these social media outlets, man, that were really editing a lot of shit. So.
Zuckerberg, the robot. Zuckerberg, the robot. He already admitted. I listen to the FBI.
Why?
I believe in our government. I'm like, dude, did you really say that in an interview on national television where everybody could hear you? You're a moron, man. Good Lord.
You're like, yes, anyway, $5 billion. So
right here we got Twitter files. Founder Jack Dorsey urges Musk to release everything without filter. In other words, he wants to see him put everything out that went on to Twitter during that time.
Was he not going to do that? I thought that's what he was doing.
He's doing it a little bit at a time. That's what he's doing. Look, everybody hails this guy as the savior of free speech. Guys, he's trying to make money. Okay. Elon didn't spend $44 billion to lose money. He's going to put this out a little bit at a time so people will keep paying attention on Twitter. And he's doing something right because they've had a massive uptick in use of the platform, even though all these celebrities want to leave to go to greener pastures or whatever, or don't want to be hanging out with a white supremacist or
I'm going to leave. I'm going to need the country. I'm going to need the country.
You really?
Let me help you back.
Yeah, just get on down the road. But anyway,
get on down the road.
Enough about that. Let's see what else is going on. the House sends marriage equity bill to Biden's desk, and I think he signed this thing, if I remember correctly. This was from this morning. I'd have to check and see if he signed it. Anybody in the chat knows? Let me know if he signed this thing or not.
What is this about? Same-sex marriage and interracial marriage? And I believe that passed. I really do think that passed.
Let's see. Matt says, whatever happened to tech guys being against the government and not trusting authority? No doubt. Zuckerberg's a weirdo anyway, though. Matt,
getting back to this bill, I'm amazed that this still has to be done in this day and age, to pass bills to have same-sex marriage as a legal thing, or interracial. I don't give a shit. They shouldn't be involved in that anyway. People love who they love and live and let live, man.
Yeah.
We have to pass laws so people can get protection from that. What is that all about, man? That doesn't paint us in a good light as a species. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. I've said it a million times, man. I do not have an issue with gay people. I've got plenty of gay friends and all that good stuff. I'm not, whatever floats your boat. Just don't throw it in my face every 5 seconds, and I'll be okay with you. You know what I mean?
I don't understand, but I'm not going to sit here and bash anybody about it. You want to live your life. That's what God has planned for you, or whatever belief system you have. That's your life, man.
The way, and see, my kid gets mad at me for jokingly saying that's gay or whatever. That was a term we used when we were young for something being silly, or just something that you wouldn't have a part of, or something, just something weird. And
you need to progress, Joe John.
I know I do. I need to progress. But I am an old bastard.
Yes, well, it is what it is, man. So don't worry about that.
Let's see.
We have to adjust for everybody else. Why can't they adjust for us?
Well, I just don't know, man. I just don't
live
know.
And let live.
That can't, you know what I mean? I mean, it's sad. It's sad. But, one day we'll all learn how to get along, and not be asking,
why are you gay?
And,
someday
maybe we'll get past that one day. You know what I'm saying?
We won't. So
no, we won't. Okay. So it's going to remain like this.
Room's starting to spin real fast because of gayness.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Hang on. We got a comment. Let's see. The room's spinning real fast.
You know what I mean?
Yep, there it is.
Gayness.
He knew where I was going. Let's see. GOP smells blood with wounded Trump. Yeah. Now, this is not surprising to me that they have never wanted him to be in power in their party anyway.
Oh, it's no doubt. They're cutting bait, and they're just distancing themselves. And I don't know who convinced Herschel Walker to run for that Senate seat, man, but his pack really. Oof.
Oh, come on. Once it got to a runoff, he's dead meat, dude. Yeah. Nah, that's not going to happen.
I mean, even his own son was like, wow, who convinced him to run? Because wow. Okay.
Let's see what the next one is. McDonald's franchise owners are caught violating child labor laws. What the hell is this, man? And NPR's reporting on it.
Yeah, they got the 12 and 13-year-olds working these long hours. I mean, weekends. I mean, long hours, dude.
Wow.
Like really, unsafe stuff. And it's not just, they mention McDonald's because that's the big name, right? But they're if you read the article, there's a lot of other businesses doing the same kind of processes. And I think it's been going on forever, right? Mm-hmm. But I wonder if it's more prevalent now with the shrinking workforce, A lot of people don't want to work.
It probably is. Grown-ups don't want to work anymore because
you know what I mean? So the kids
money at them. Yeah.
So,
Let's see. Oh, yeah. This one was pretty close to the Simple Jack Award winner this week.
Yeah, she almost won. 20 years she's been in the school district. She's a school administrator, superintendent type thing, and she's been accused of rape and molestation of a minor. And she had a Halloween party, and apparently she was handing out booze and doing other things with the underage kids, and she's married too.
Wow, unbelievable.
Yeah. So yeah.
And you wonder why we call it the Clown Show, folks. That's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
But this story is becoming more and more prevalent. It used to be, a male coach or male teacher taking advantage of young, but you see more and more of.
Oh yeah, you see more and more females for some reason want to jump teenagers. Yeah, that I don't get.
Teenagers.
Am I lying?
No,
that's what they called it back in our day, man. What the hell?
Man. Jumping teenagers.
I mean, come on, dude. What the hell?
But yeah, it's a sign of the times, man. I mean,
Oh me. Let me see. Okay. Well, let's see. We got one more here in earthquakes, and this was almost a Simple Jack Award winner as well, boys and girls. Dog in a backpack accidentally sent through an X-ray at Wisconsin airport checkpoint.
How? I mean, I read this article too, man. I mean, how do you not know that your dog is in your backpack?
How do you not know your dog's in your backpack, man?
And they sent this dog. There's a picture right there. I mean,
how would you be? I don't understand how you could zip a dog up and not give it air to breathe. What?
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes I really think that they need to license pet owners, man. It's stupid what some of these people do. It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I mean, and some of these people that have pets, they have children, and they treat their
kids about the same way.
Treat their children.
Yikes, man! Unbelievable. This is nuts.
Yeah, we license people to freaking drive a car, but anybody can have a pet. Anybody can have children, and yeah, I mean, you see it all over the place, So it's weird times we're living in. This is the Clown Show.
This is the Clown Show
happening.
And that was the earthquake section for to end 2022 with.
Really.
Classic rando.
It's classic rando. But I did forget to do one thing this week, Dan. I forgot. So I'm going to ask the people in the chat. Let me know what you think.
You forgot.
I forgot the poll. I forgot the poll. Let us know, because it's that time, boys and girls. It's that time when we like to turn out the lights. And I'd like you to let me know what you think. Hang on. We got a comment here. Let me get to this before we go in here. Let's see. You should have a license to have a pet, just like you need a license. Have a licensing process for parents. Yeah. I feel you there, man. I feel you. Not everybody's meant to be both.
No.
But right now, there, chat, I want you to let me know what you think is the most devastating hit. Which one of these guys' lights gets turned out the worst in our little segue as we turn out the lights for the last time in 2022. I'll let you see it a couple of times here. Matter of fact, since it's the last one, I'm going to play it 3 times just because it's so much fun to watch. Okay? And you guys let me know which one gets his lights turned out the worst.
The trifecta.
I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there. I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there. I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
Wow. Those guys got clocked. Me personally, the worst one I see out of that whole bunch is Asim Rahman. That 1-2 that Lennox Lewis puts on him is freaking devastating, man.
He got drove.
I know what yours is. Yours is Bobby
Go
McRae.
with Bob McRae, dude. He
Launching
sent
Kurt
man
Warner
into
to the friggin'
retirement.
retirement couch. Yeah. And Das Wolfen agrees. Kurt Warner, that hit knocked him all the way out of football, no doubt. And Small Time Republic is on your side as well. He says Bobby McRae.
Bro, he just levitated him, dude.
He did.
He never saw that coming.
Oh man, dude. I mean, that Saints defense that
I
year,
I got to do something.
Not one, but 2 Hall of Famers knocked him right out of football.
Oh my God.
They just beat Favre down so much that he didn't want to do it anymore. But Kurt, they launched him immediately to the retirement couch in one blow.
They intercepted him, and then he was trying to do something.
He was was that Moose? Was that Moose calling that? Moose Johnson? It sounded like Moose Johnson making that call. It did.
I have the utmost respect for
Kurt Warner going in there where
I think
angels fear to tread. Let's see. Small Time Republic says these days, if a QB throws a pick, you can't touch him. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I don't know. Do they treat?
Look, McRae went into seek and destroy,
yeah,
dude.
he did. Man.
He hunted him down and just drove him. Dude.
Yeah, he did. All right. Well, my last word tonight, boys and girls. Thanks for the votes there, guys. Yeah, it's Bobby McRae. There you go.
Well done, everybody. Well done.
Right. But my last word tonight is actually a Instagram post by a really good friend of mine. I've met him personally, but I say friend because I've met him at a meetup before. His name's Eric July, the guy behind Isom, who I think was one of the biggest stories of this year when he made over $3 million with his first comic book, really shining a light on the hole being left by the big two with their stupid shenanigans making bad books. But he was he put this out, and I'll show it in just a second. I got to give it context before I show it. And this is what he said: Hollywood studios and stars continue to promulgate. I guess I'm pronouncing that right. That's a word I've never used. The idea that representation was missing from movies until 5 minutes ago. Jennifer Lawrence says nobody had ever put a woman in a lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work, in reference to the Hunger Games during an interview just recently. And he put this up on Instagram, and I thought it was perfect for that little quote. And it's a picture of every strong female character that has led an action movie before that chick even thought about acting.
I mean, honest to God, Resident Evil just jumps out at me. I mean, all the and
Jovovich's been doing it forever, right? Angelina
Jolie.
Jolie.
We were talking about before, really good one that we both like. That
Ultraviolet.
It's
Ultraviolet
is an awesome movie.
It's one of my favorite. You can ask my wife. I've bought that so many different ways. I bought it for my PSP so I could watch it at work when I had one of those. I've bought the Blu-ray disc of it. I've bought it on my Voodoo account. I love that movie. Let's see. Helen Slater.
Aliens, Terminator movies. Kill Bill.
Helen Slater is Supergirl in the 80s. Yeah, I've got her signature up on my wall, Matt. Let's see. Got Angelina Jolie as Laura Croft, but she was also in Salt. She's been in a few of them, man.
Yeah.
Of course, Sarah Connor from the Terminator.
Yeah.
And Sigourney Weaver. You got Kate Beckinsale, who I'm in love with from the friggin' Underworld movies.
Underworld, yeah. Great movie.
You got The Bride, Uma Thurman, right? From the Kill Bills.
Kill Bill.
A lot of people didn't know who this was. This is the girl that plays Sarah Connor on this. No, she plays the Terminator on the Sarah Connor Chronicles. And my man Das Wolfen reminded me that she is in the movie that came up after the Firefly series was canceled on Sci-Fi. They made a movie called Serenity. I don't know if you ever saw that, Dan. It's a science fiction movie.
No, I did. You know, Kim's seen those runs, and she speaks very highly of it. I haven't. I didn't recognize that lady at all. I recognize all the other ones.
Here's one you'll love. Matt says Bridget Nielsen as Red Sonja, bro.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And then you got Holly Berry as Catwoman. The list is long. And
Yep.
Das Wolfen says, yep, she is a deserving final Simple Jack Award winner for the year. No, I don't pick the Simple Jack Award winner.
She didn't win.
This is just my final word. This.
Yeah. And you know what? To be fair here, I didn't even see this until Joe John brought it to my attention today. Or she probably would have won for the year.
Right?
So, yeah.
No,
the audacity of somebody to say shit like that is just, I mean, that shows you what kind of shell they live in, man, and people around them blowing smoke up their ass all the time. So,
well, it's sad that an actress that pulls down as much money as she does and has such prominence as she does doesn't even know the history of her own, profession. She doesn't even know the history.
Anybody that makes it in any type of entertainment industry, whether it be sports, theater, movies, music, they're standing on the backs of people that did it before them, broke ground before them,
no doubt,
and allowed them to continue on in that path. So for her to say that kind of stuff, you
got to look at her and say,
"You gotta be fucking kidding."
Where's your head in your ass?
Right? What? Say what, Dan? Say that again. Say that again. What'd you say? Did you say she was an ass?
And you got your head all the way up it.
Well, you know what that means, boys and girls. Now that I've had my last word, it is time. It is time to find out who the final Simple Jack Award winner will be for this year. You know the Simple Jack Award. You know what it's all about. It's those people that are trying to do good things. They're trying to get things done. They just can't seem to close the deal. And this time, we're talking about Hertz Rent-A-Car.
Is what we're talking about.
A corporation, a big one. Hertz agrees to pay $168 million to settle false arrest claims by hundreds of customers.
You know what
they be talking about, Dan?
If people were showing up maybe a couple minutes late with their rentals to turn them back in, they are already contacted. Hertz had already contacted the local PD, and these people were getting pulled over with warrants for stolen vehicles. I mean, you talk about minutes. Maybe they're late minutes turning in their vehicle. They had already contacted the police for stolen vehicles. I mean, that's just retarded right there. 2 minutes.
Making money off of this?
Well, I don't know if they're making money. Maybe late fees were assessed. I would imagine so. Processing, they're going to tack on all kinds of fees. Plus, they call the freaking cops and say you stole the damn vehicle.
Yeah.
That's just bullshit right there. That's all I have to say about that.
Never go full retard. Never go full retard. Never go full retard.
And they did. They went full retard.
Full retard.
Full retard.
How are you going to call the cops on your customer and accuse them of stealing the freaking vehicles? I'm too
stupid as stupid does, sir.
Crazy to me.
It is. It's nuts, man. And that's. I mean, the only way I could see him doing that on purpose is if they were going to make money off of late fees or something. That's the only way I can see.
Well, you assess a late
and
fee.
Even if you're doing that, I mean, wow,
you don't call cops and say the freaking vehicle's been stolen.
Do you not want these people to rent from you again?
You know what I'm saying? Repeat customers. Have you heard about that? Fucking Hurts. Jesus Christ.
I mean, if you're going to treat them like that, you might as
well. Look, I'm telling you right now, Disney has set a precedent of pissing in the face of its customer, and it looks like her just picking up the ball and running with it.
Man, oh yeah, it's just that's silly. That's silly.
So they get to win on a corporate level.
So are you looking forward to your cruise, man?
I am looking forward to my cruise, man. Kim and I we need a break. We need a break. We're going to go out there for 2 weeks and put things behind us and enjoy ourselves.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm telling you right now, I know you're against it and blah, 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 but
it's a personal preference, man. I'd rather be able to drive the boat. That's all it is. I'd rather be in I'd rather ride with Robert Shaw and Jaws than be on something that big that I don't control on the ocean. Okay.
You live on the fucking planet that you don't control, spinning off into the freaking universe, dude.
I understand that.
Nah.
It's
so relaxing, Joe John. And even if you stayed inside, you wouldn't even know you're out in the ocean.
Yeah.
I mean, honest to God.
Yeah, that big a boat, you wouldn't.
You don't even know you're on the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They cater to your every need, and it's so relaxing, dude. So relaxing.
Well, you go relax and enjoy it. That's why we made this our year-ending show, because Danny will be gone on the high seas for the next. Actually, he leaves next Thursday, but he's going for 2 weeks, so that's going to go 1, 2, 3 Thursdays in a row. So we won't see him again till January. So that's why we're doing the season-ending Brothers Hack the Matrix.
Yes.
So
yes.
as usual, we are going to be back doing this in January. The first Thursday of January. We'll be right back here at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern to hack the clown show that is 2023.
Absolutely.
And don't forget about the other shows I do. We're doing a year-ending show on the Sketching the Privateer, where I'm not going to be doing any drawing that day. I'm just going to show you everything we did this year on the posters and the first issue. It's been plotted. It's ready to go for me to do the details in it. I've got 3 months to get it together to meet my deadline, and hopefully I'll be able to do it. We got a comment here from Das Wolfen. He says, I won't go on a cruise. Too many people get sick from them. Yeah, I feel you, man. That's not my concern. I just like smaller boats. I like driving the boat, man. It's a lot more fun. And I like the ocean. I like feeling that I'm on the ocean. I think that's cool. But anyway, of course, Sunday, as long as football season's going, we're going to have this the rest of the year, though. We're going to have the pregame party with Knock and Small Time Republic, who's been right here in the chat. Thanks for coming there, Matt. We do it 2 hours before kickoff of the early games on Sundays, 10 Central, 11 Eastern. And then I have changed the name of this show. I've still got the picture my brother loves for the thumbnail because he put that disgusted look on my face. It's called Papa Joe Gamer After Dark now, because I'm officially an old man and I cannot stay up all night anymore. I can't do it, man. So I'm doing it from 8 o'clock at night Central to 11 o'clock. Still doing 3 hours, but I'm doing it from 8 to 11 Central on Monday nights, and that's on Twitch. And then, of course, you've got State of the Atmosphere. We only got halfway through the Walking Dead series review. We got through the first 6 seasons. We're going to wrap that up next week and also talk about Wednesday and the Twitter files. I'll probably just keep the same thumbnail for 2 weeks running on State of the Atmosphere. And that's the one where I just get together with my fellow YouTubers and chat about what's going on and answer questions the chat has and stuff like that. So be looking forward to that. Anything you want to let the folks out there know before you take off into the ocean and have a good time till the end of the year?
No, man, just everybody be safe, have safe holidays, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody, and thank you very much for turning in. Sure appreciate it, and I hope you have a good time. And again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
All right. And you know what I got to say, guys. Of course, we got to listen to more of Pootie Tang.
Got my dillies on the pepper tank. Sign your pity on the runny kind.
And I guess we're gonna have to hopefully by the time you get back, he'll have and be out of the Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that's
nice.
Go on. But whether he leaves it or
I'm not holding my breath, you know what I'm saying?
We will be here, and as usual, I want to let you guys know. I want you to until I see you again, I want you to keep on keeping on. God bless. You guys take care.